Heartily welcome to the anatomy lecture class of Apex Learning Academy. So today we are discussing the upper limb and the introduction chapter in upper limb we are discussing. First of all, I want to convey with you that this chapter in an exam oriented view, it is not that much important. So what is the reason why we are studying this chapter it laid the foundation. We know that entire upper limb, in order to understand the entire upper limb, this chapter is giving a foundation to us. That is the importance of this chapter. Okay. So we want to describe this chapter in detail. What are the things which are given in this chapter we are going through. Okay. Just follow me. So first of all, you must understand that every organism have this type of forelimb and hind limb, like human being, so many cow, dog, like that every organism have forelimb and hind limb, and the major function of these forelimb and hind limb is for what? We know that it's for locomotion and weight bearing. It is the important function of these forelimb and hind limb. So we know that when comparing with the what we say dogs and cows, during the evolution process, the man has got an erect posture. We know that the man has got an erect posture. So due to this erect posture, the functions of lower limb and upper limb are differentiated from the what we say that cow and dogs animal. So first of all, we must understand that the lower limb, especially the lower limb of human being is for what purpose? For locomotion and weight bearing. So locomotion and weight bearing, these two functions which are what we say mainly due to the lower limb. That is the first point we want to understand. And the second thing we want to understand is that the upper limb for the manipulative skill. Okay, you just understand that I'm holding this cap, I'm holding this pen. So in order to hold, in order to grasp, in order to punch, in order to, so whatever movement, whatever thing we are artistical movement, whatever thing we are doing with this hand is because of the upper limb. That is a manipulative skill. Okay. So the first point that I concluded here is that the function of the upper limb and lower limb in human due to the erect posture, the lower limb has a function of weight bearing and locomotion, and the upper limb have the manipulative skill. This is the important thing we want to understand from the first session. Okay. So next we are dividing the upper limb. So the first session was over. So what we are discussing now, we are dividing the upper limb. Just go through the picture. We are dividing the upper limb mainly into four parts. Which are the four parts? The first part is shoulder, the second part is arm, the third part is forearm, and the fourth part is hand. So we are dividing the upper limb into main four parts. This is the first point we want to understand. Okay. So just go through the picture. This region means there is clavicle, here is scapula, and here is shoulder joint. Humerus. This shoulder region, this is the first part. Okay, shoulder region, this is the first part. Shoulder is the first part, and the second region is this region. So okay, first part is this, that is shoulder, and the second part is this region. This region means here it is arm, or what we say upper arm or brachium. Okay, so the upper arm or brachium is the second part. And the third part is this region where radius and ulna is coming. That is forearm or antebrachium. Okay, third part is forearm or antebrachium. And the fourth part is hand. In hand region, we have three parts. That is wrist here, then hand proper, and the digit, 5 digits. Okay, so let's discuss the detail about this division or parts of the upper limb. So let's move on. It's very simple to understand, not a complicated one. Okay. So first of all, we are discussing the shoulder. I already discussed that the shoulder the three region is coming. Just look into here. This region, this front part is the pectoral region, and this back part is the shoulder, what we say scapular region, and here we have an axilla. Okay, the shoulder region is dividing into pectoral front region and scapular region and an axilla. Okay, that is the first thing we want to understand. We are dividing the parts of upper limb into pectoral region, axilla, and the scapula. And the major bone which is related to the shoulder, this is a major bone. First one is shoulder and second one is the clavicle. Okay, first one is shoulder and second one is the clavicle, is the major bone which is related to this region. And the joint which is presenting in this region is sternoclavicular and acromioclavicular. Let's discuss. We'll discuss it in detail in coming session. Just understand that the word sternoclavicular, that means the sternum is connecting to the clavicle. So I already drawn a small picture here. You must understand that this is the sternum. Okay, this is the sternum, and here is the head, manubrium, head, neck, like that. All part of the sternum is there. Here the clavicle is connecting. Okay, here the clavicle is connecting. So the medial end of the clavicle, just look here, the medial end of the clavicle is attached to the sternum. So here they are forming the sternoclavicular joint. Likewise, acromioclavicular joint. So first joint is sternoclavicular joint, and the second joint is acromioclavicular joint. Acromioclavicular joint means acromion process is connecting. The acromion process means it is a process of scapula. We will discuss acromion in detail while discussing scapula. So the acromion process of scapula is connected to the clavicle. That is acromioclavicular joint. So the first thing we did, first parts of the upper limb we discussed it. So first understand that shoulder is divided into pectoral, axial and scapular region. Clavicle and scapula is the bone. Sternoclavicular and acromioclavicular is the major joint that is present in this session. So let's discuss the second one. Okay, first one completed. So let's discuss the second one. The second one mean it is arm. Second one is arm. That is this region. We know that the main bone which is present here is humerus. The main bone present is humerus, and the joint is shoulder joint. And the third region is forearm. While discussing the forearm, we must understand that the major bone, so the forearm is here, the major bones are radius and ulna. So the radius and ulna is the what we say major bone of forearm. Okay, the major bone of forearm is radius and ulna, and the joint present in here is this elbow joint and the joint between radius and ulna, the joint that connecting. See, here is radius and here is ulna. Just imagine that here is radius and ulna. So here radius and ulna is connected. These two bones are connected by radio-ulnar joint. Okay, radio-ulnar joint. So here it is two radio-ulnar joint, superior. Then above, here it is superior radio-ulnar joint, and here it is inferior radio-ulnar joint. So like that, we have the third part. Third part also we completed. Now we are moving to the fourth part, that is hand. This region. Okay, this region means we have wrist joint. So wrist, we have hand proper. Okay, here it is wrist, here it is hand proper, and we have the 5 digit that is going to discuss. So hand is divided into 3 parts: A, wrist; B, hand proper; and C, the 5 digit. Let's discuss in detail about this session. Okay, so the wrist joint mean or wrist mean, we know that the wrist is formed of carpal bone. Okay, the carpal bone. The carpal bone is 8 in number. We know that. Here it is coming. Here it is coming. See, like that. The carpal, lunate, scaphoid. We will discuss in later like that. The carpal bone is arranged like this. Okay, like a ring. It is arranging here. Okay, that is carpal bone. That is 8 in number. That is the main joint present in this session is wrist and intercarpal joint. This is a point we want to understand. And the second one is hand proper. Hand proper means here we have, you see, this is the carpal. Just imagine that this is a carpal, and here we have this region. This red region is called what we say hand proper. So hand proper is formed by metacarpal. Okay, wrist is formed by carpus, that is 8 in number. The hand proper is formed by this hand proper. Here it is metacarpal. That is 5 in number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 in number. The joint present in this region is this carpal bone. Okay, mean the 8 carpal bone which is connecting to the 5 metacarpal bone. Here there is a joint which is forming. That is which joint? The carpometacarpal. The carpal and metacarpal is connecting. That is a carpometacarpal joint. And the last one is 5 digit. See, this is a 5 digit. We know that we have 14 phalanges. 14 phalanges mean except thumb, all others have 3 phalanges. Thumb has only 2 phalanges. So total 14 phalanges we have in the 5 digit. And the joint which is presenting here is that the metacarpal is connecting to the phalangeal. That is metacarpal. Here we have the metacarpal. Here we have the phalanges. So the metacarpal is connecting to the phalanges. That is metacarpophalangeal joint. Then proximal interphalangeal joint, mean in between the phalangeal, that is proximal and distal interphalangeal joint. These are the major joint which is present in the phalanges. So we must understand that we divided the entire upper limb into 4 parts. First part is shoulder, second part is arm, third part is forearm, and fourth part is hand. In hand we have wrist, hand proper, and 5 digit. This is a conclusion of the entire upper limb. So this is a session we are going to discuss in entire upper limb chapter. So must create a base or must create a foundation from this session. Okay. So next we want to discuss about the line of force of transmission. Just imagine that I am taking my duster, this duster, I am holding this. Okay, in order to hold the weight of the duster or the force of the duster is carrying into my axial skeleton. How it is happening, that we are discussing. Okay, so first consider that the force is here. The force means the weight of the duster. Just imagine that the weight of the duster. So the force is transmitted first to the hand. We are taking it in hand. then it is moving to the wrist joint. From hand, it is moving to the wrist joint. From wrist to the radius. Okay, from wrist to the radius, and from the radius through the interosseous membrane. Interosseous membrane means, just imagine that here we have the radius. Already told radius. In order to understand radius, the thumb. This is the thumb, and directly the connection with the thumb. In this region we have the radius, and this region we have the what we say ulna. So the radius is connected with the ulna through an interosseous membrane. Interosseous membrane means, I will draw. Okay, the radius and ulna is connected like this. Okay, connected like this. This is the interosseous membrane. So from radius, what we say, the force is transmitted to the interosseous membrane. From interosseous membrane to ulna, then to elbow. From elbow mean here it is reached. Okay, hand, wrist, radius, interosseous membrane, ulna, then elbow. From elbow it is transferring to humerus, then humerus to shoulder. From shoulder to scapula here, shoulder to scapula. From scapula through the corococlavicular ligament. It's a 3-mark question, we will discuss later. So from 3-mark mean short question. Okay, corococlavicular ligament, then to clavicle. From clavicle mean here it is reached. The force that I taken is reached like through it is traveled. Like through it is traveled and reached here, that is clavicle. And from clavicle it is connected through the sternoclavicular joint. We know that here we have the sternoclavicular joint, that is the medial end of clavicle is connected to the sternum through the sternoclavicular joint. To the sternoclavicular joint. From the sternoclavicular joint it is transferred to the sternum, that is sternum in the axial skeleton. This is the how when I carry a duster or anything in my hand, how the force is transmitting is through this way. So the main thing we discussed in this session, the introduction chapter of upper limb, is that first we discussed the important functions, and second one the major parts of upper limb, and we are divided to 4 parts, and lastly we discussed the line of force of transmission. So just understand this chapter, just create a base from this chapter. That's enough, or that's all about this chapter. Okay, thank you.